Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Positively Awesome Wrestling Show. It is yours truly, Drew Bay, and I'm joined as always by the man to the right of me, Albert. He is doing a double header this week. He was mad busy last night, but he's here to join us, and I much appreciate it for doing so. So, Albert, how the heck have you been? How have you been enjoying wrestling, and how was the show last night?
I've been really good. Went to Asbury Park, New Jersey for the first time last weekend. Had a really nice time. Yeah, never been over there. Yeah, pretty cool. Not a big Springsteen guy, but everything else other than that, was kind of cool.
Bam Bam, DDP.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's immediately what I thought. It was for my fiance's birthday. We had a nice time, but of course, that was my immediate thought about going to Asbury Park was the greetings from Asbury Park.
Yes,
and Bam Bam Bigelow, dropping people. But
home of Bam Bam, like Harry says, our
exactly
encyclopedia.
But yeah, and then watched a really fun Monday Night Raw. Very excited about Clash in Paris. And had a marathon session, 3-hour show last night. Guys, if you haven't seen it, I've put up the link. If you have a Twitch, you can log in to take a look at it. It's up on the Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It was a really fun show. A friend of the show, Dave Lee, was.
And he went gone. He went bye-bye. I'm sure he'll be right back, guys. So just to fill you in on it. When I tuned in, they were doing a War Games fantasy draft, snake draft. And let me kick him from the studio real quick. Kick guests, and he'll join us back in a minute. And it looked like it was a lot of fun. They were using like people from the past, the people from the present, and all that other stuff. And yeah, that was fun. He did a few other things. They did a few other things on it. So just go check it out in case you haven't done it. But in the meantime, since we're all here, except for Albert, like I said, I'm sure he'll be back. We're going to do the Clash in Paris predictions like we did last month. And just like last month, there he is.
Randomly, it said that my camera got unplugged and it booted me out of the whole damn thing. So
we're good. I filled him in on some of it. I told him about the War Games fantasy draft you did.
Yes, we did that.
That had nothing to do with me, Lou. Had nothing to do with me,
baby. All me. It was all me, apparently.
Producer's doing his thing. Faulty equipment sometimes happens, man.
It's unfortunate. So yeah, Ron, unfortunately, I couldn't see the chat because I don't have a Twitch, so I'm going to make one for the next time that we actually do this just so I can log in and see the chat. I'm trying, Lou. I'm trying.
Get it together. I like how he just immediately went to get it together, Drip, and I'm like, what? I'm still here, baby.
I appreciate him pivoting, though. It makes sense, it was all me. But Harry would be very proud of me because I am now the king of trivia over there, winning the trivia contest. My portion of the show, we talked about what gimmick match I would like to bring back. So check it out. It's up on Twitter. It was really fun. We're going to do this again. The 6 guys that I worked with were just all amazing. It was a really, really good time. And hopefully next time, maybe we'll get some more people in there. And, I'll get a Twitch together so I can tell you guys how to log in and be a part of all this. Because I don't know how to use the Twitch. I don't Twitch. If you guys Twitch, that's cool. But I really don't Twitch.
I just remembered. I do have it logged in on my PlayStation. But that does me no good because I had the link on the computer and on my phone and on the PlayStation. Right. But yeah, I'll figure it out. But the fantasy thing gave me it reminded me of an idea I had a while ago, and I want to do it when I have Nick back on the show, and maybe get Cy on the show as well if he can ever swing it. I want to do a fantasy draft for promotions to see who can build the best roster for a TV show. Not the best wrestling roster, the best roster for a TV show, because there is a massive difference there. That was an idea I've been having floating around a long time, and I think that sparked my interest in it again. So whoever's idea that was, good idea.
Stephen James, who was the anchor of the whole thing, who really helped put everything together. He did an amazing job. And his idea was not only did we just do it, we did it in the snake draft, but you also had to pick it from specific eras. So one guy from each specific era. So it was Golden, cool. Attitude, New Generation, Ruthless Aggression, and Current. Okay. So I like my team. Yeah, I'm gonna spoil a little bit to you guys. You guys can see everybody else's. My team was the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Mr. Perfect. Oh God, who was my next one? Dusty, Mr. Perfect. I had Sting, which I think was a good one. Brock Lesnar and CM Punk.
He said Brock Lesnar because he's going to kill everybody.
Hey, look, so my thought was everybody in there has War Games experience except for Brock, and Brock's just a murderer. So, he just comes in and just runs through people. Everybody else has War Games experience.
Yeah, he's the guy that comes in and plays cleanup.
Right, you need a heavy hitter, right? Yeah, so you got guys like Punk, who's smart, who comes in like a little bit late, who's got good strategy. You have a guy like Dusty Rhodes, who's won multiple War Games matches. Mr. Perfect's won a War Game match. And Sting, who's been in multiple and has won multiple. So I use my head there. Sting wasn't even on the draft board. No one was even thinking about him, and I had him in my mind. I was
that's crazy that he wasn't even on anybody's thoughts. And Mr. Perfect had one of the most under talked, what's the word I'm looking for? The least talked about turn of all time in the War Games.
Yes,
when he joined the WO, no one ever talks about how great that one was.
Slams Ric Flair's head in the cage.
Yeah, I was like, literally, like, man, he might have killed Rick. Like, I was like, okay, something real happened there. So that's how good it was. So yeah,
Flair selling of that was nuts. I thought he really, really like. Yeah, I thought something went wrong there.
I know my WCW brother Ron remembers. That's my guy. But like I was saying, we are doing the Clash in Paris prediction show, and like last time, the winner of this showdown will get to pick the next topic for our show. So that includes you guys in the chat. I have the things right here. When I'm doing the things, give me your picks. I'll write them down. If you win, even in the chat, it's not just me and him. If you're in the chat and you win, you get to pick the number one topic for the next show. Yes, Harry, that includes a Brie Bella or Nikki Bella, if that's what we're going to do. Please don't, but it is a possibility. Oh, man, I dread the day. But Courtney's been in the chat. Good to see you, Courtney. Thank you for joining us. But yes, so that's what we're doing for this. And at the end, if we have time, I might throw in some extra little stuff. But I'm sure Clash in Paris will take up. I'm sure Clash in Paris will take up most of the show.
I'm sure we can find some stuff to talk about. If not, though.
Yeah, for sure. I already have a few things in my head.
Cool.
So we are going to start this off. I'm going to ask this.
It's a good topic, Amanda. It's a really good one.
Oh my God. AJ Styles' hair would be the topic. Are we talking about AJ the Phenomenal, or are we talking about AJ the Flat Earther? Which one are we doing? Because I'll talk about AJ the Phenomenal all day. Buddy, yes, the show will. I'll have something to do, and I won't be able to do the show. But
I initially would like that to invite Dave on, and then have the topic just be why is Shawn Michaels Dave's favorite wrestler. But yeah, I also said that I would pick that for his topic in the show that
there
we
go.
Did.
It's about AJ the Phenomenal AJ Styles, so that's fine. I'm good with that. I could do a whole 2-hour show on that. But first match, it has nothing to do with any of the matches on the show. It is a extra credit question. Cool. I'm sure I'll throw in a few of these just to even some things out. First question, do you think they will add one more match to this card? And if so, what is the match you think they will add? If you need some time, I'll go.
I feel like there's got to be some sort of a women's title match, like a SmackDown, like some sort of Tiffany, Nia, Jade, maybe like a triple threat going on there, action or something like that. I feel like something's gonna come of it, because there's just the only women's match is what Becky is Becky's match against Nikki Bella, right?
Yeah.
I do feel like maybe they will add another women's match. Like a part of me wants to also say that like there'll be some shenanigans in that match with Julia, and maybe they'll add something there. But
yeah, well, they were supposed to have Stephanie Vaquer and Naomi, and that just got scrapped, unfortunately.
Right.
So there was idea for another women's match, which leads me to believe they have room for another match.
Which is exactly, which is why I'm saying that I think that they're gonna. I think it'll be a women's title match.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you time to think about what the match is gonna be, because I am gonna make you do it. But Harry just took mine. I think they do add one, and I think it will be Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton.
That's a great pick. That's a good call.
Because Randy's too big to be leaving off of the international shows. The international crowds.
He's there. Yeah, he's there. Like, why wouldn't you put? Yeah, why wouldn't you put him on the show? It does make sense.
That's what I'm going with. Drew and Randy Orton. Let me put.
Actually, it would make perfect sense because Cody can come back.
Nah, he's too busy getting his butt whooped in Street Fighter.
That's impossible. Yeah, that's good. I guess that's the case, right? That's what he's doing.
That's crazy. Me and you say yes. Ron and Harry both say no. So, do you have a match? Or are you gonna steal ours?
No. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna say Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill, triple threat for the women's title.
All right. Man, there's a lot of people off this card that I wouldn't expect to be left off the card. That's kind of crazy. Tiffany's been on a run, and now, what was last? It seems like she's part of all these shows.
SummerSlam.
Was she on SummerSlam?
Jade. She beat Jade.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she's on all the shows. Harry, I'm sure he'll tell us the last time she wasn't on a PLE. I'm trying to think.
Ron brings up a good point.
It will be the last Peacock PLE. Man, this stupid computer sometimes.
So I will say this. I have logged into my ESPN app. I have Disney Plus. I have the package, so it's covered in that. So I am set to go for here on out.
So you have Disney. You had Disney.
So I have the Disney Plus package. I have Disney, Hulu, and ESPN. And I didn't know that the ESPN package was going to be the same thing if that was going to carry over. Okay. And apparently it is. So
there's a lot of ways to get this and make it worth it.
Yes. And
okay. People were freaking out for no reason.
My hope of hopes is that people have been saying that Disney has added. There you go.
There's a thing too. I didn't even think about this. So that's great. That's good news. Give Verizon run. So yeah, we'll move on to the next match. Which match will we do first? I'm going to do the one that is probably the least talked about, but would probably end up stealing the show, even though they have wrestled each other multiple times recently. The Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Rusev. I thought they were going to add this to SummerSlam. They held off, and now they're doing it here at Clash of Paris. I'm not mad. I think it's going to be awesome. I can't think of a Donnybrook match that they've had that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I think they're always fun. And this is the logical next step for these guys. They've been beating the piss off each other for week after week after week. So I'm going to go ahead and say this match steals the show. Your thoughts and your winner on this Donnybrook match?
I think this is going to be the most. If it's not the best match, it's going to be the most fun match on the show.
Yeah.
Like 100%. We've seen all of these. I love the one what they have with the Brawling Brutes. I think it was the first one that they did. Mm-hmm. It's always a lot of fun. They're always high energy. They're always, very much, innovative in a lot of different ways. They find different ways to beat the crap out of each other. And these are two guys who know how to beat the crap out of each other, right? I'm going to say that Rusev wins. I think this is like Sheamus's match, and I think that Sheamus putting Rusev over here gives Rusev a nice, jumping off point, a nice starting off point in WWE. He wins his first major feud, and then we see where he goes from here on out. I can't see him. It's hard with Dirty Dom as the Intercontinental title holder right now. It's hard to not see Rusev maybe try to enter into some sort of a title picture.
He don't want no problem.
But I mean, what would be the point? Like, what is he going to go after Dom? Like that, and what, lose? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. But I think Rusev wins.
Yeah, Rusev is in a tough spot. I feel like he'd be better served on a move to SmackDown already after.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. They haven't even mentioned a draft recently, have they?
They haven't, and it's really weird because they've been doing the tweets.
Yeah. I saw a thing where they said that they were entertaining the idea of having it on ESPN, like running it like a normal draft, which I think is an interesting idea. I'd tune in to see how it was done the first time, at least.
I think it's a great idea. I think that you can do it, and you can do the whole, you can do all the brands too. Like you could really like make it interactive, bring everybody there, or have them, live via satellite. Like I know that they did that with the NXT brands. Like they'll have them everybody from NXT will sit in the NXT, like, but the PC, and they'll be like, oh,
yeah, this would be great. This would be great because you could literally have the people showing their personalities during the picks and kind of try and catch the attention of people who are just flipping through. Because, people just tune into ESPN all the time just to see what's on. They're just it's just natural to them. They're just like, what's on ESPN? I used to do it all the time back in the day. So they might tune in, and like I did back in the day when I stopped watching wrestling, and I just kind of checked in on it, and I saw the Straight Edge Society stuff, and I was like, that's interesting, and that's what hooked me back in. And I feel like that's what they could do with the draft. Get some personalities on there that catch people's attention.
Some lapsed fans who maybe haven't watched WWE in a while be like, oh wait, they're doing a draft. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is new. And maybe it does. And Harry, I was thinking that you station like Kathy Kelly with one of the with one of the groups. You station Jackie Redmond with one, Byron Saxon with one, and they come and they do their interviews and they cut promos and all this kind of, like, it could be a really interesting.
I've been wanting them to include NXT in the draft for years now. I think it's needed. And you could still do it without taking top talent away from Raw and SmackDown. You could just have them focus on talent that would benefit that brand. Like, I wanted Chad Gable and Xavier Woods in NXT. Like, I thought those guys like 2 or 3 years ago would have been fantastic for NXT to kind of help bring people up, but also be top of the card. Give them the opportunity to see if they can carry a show or carry like something like that, and then bring them back to the main card, and maybe it'll translate, maybe it won't. I don't know. It just feels like names like that would be beneficial to be in NXT, and those could be the names they go after, and it would be big for NXT, not necessarily like compared to John Cena or anything like that. But you draft even in the NFL draft, you don't draft the biggest, best names that are available. You take the ones that benefit your team the most. So that's how NXT could handle it. And I think they're crazy for not including them in it.
Like you said, there are ways to do it because you can't, you can't just be like.
That's how we know he's not El Grande Americano, because El Grande Americano is still there.
Right. So and it would be you can make the concession that like when Ava's making her picks, she's gonna be like, yeah, sure, okay, I could take John Cena. You know what I mean? But like why? Like that doesn't make sense for my brand, right?
Yeah, that doesn't help this brand,
right? Because what am I going to do? Have him have 4 more dates, and then you know what I mean? So you can kayfabe, but then people are going to be like, oh, they should just take like Drew McIntyre, because look, if that's going to be the case, they're going to try to make it a full blown third brand, and if that's going to be the case, then well, Ludwig Kaiser's hurt.
Ludwig Kaiser been MIA for a long time.
He's hurt.
Why is this even being brought up? I don't even get it. But I'm going to go ahead and say Rusev wins too. I think clearly he has to win this.
Yeah.
Unless Sheamus is going for the IC title afterwards, which is who I said, if we're going to have anyone dethrone Dom, Sheamus is the guy. It makes sense for me. Have him complete his little Grand Slam. He's a respectable opponent. It doesn't hurt Dom in the end. That's who I would do it. But I just can't see that being the case. Rusev has to win. He ain't coming back to just stay stagnant. He's got to move up. So I'm picking Rusev as well.
I think
Harry's picking
the fact
Rusev.
That they put this on a PLE really suits it well, because it means they want to showcase Rusev again.
Yeah. I mean, there is a possibility that they just shoved this one onto the pay-per-view to fill in the Stephanie match, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Ron's the only
they're
one.
they're in Ireland. They were in Paris. You know what I mean? Like they're in Europe.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, I feel like that's like a Bulgarian versus an Ireland, an Irish guy. Like I feel like that's like they're like, oh, let's at least put some Europeans on the card.
Yeah, I got you, Ron. You're the only one taking Sheamus. That's bold, my friend. But you're playing. If we're wrong, you clearly are in the front. So,
bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Spoiler alert: it won't. I bet these two are going to beat the piss out of each other.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
To
they're going to be so red and bruised. I expect to see blood too. Not like a crazy amount, but I think one of them's getting busted open.
Just accidentally.
Yeah. Just because of how physical they're going to be.
Yeah.
There's no fake El Grande Americanos. We talking about Courtney Ludwig's hurt.
Yes, he's
been hurt for a long time. Tiffany broke his little heart, so he's not even wrestling right now. We have El Grande Americano. He went through a growth spurt, and then he brought his little twins along with him. So yeah, it's all good. It's not Ludwig Kaiser. What we talk about? Next match. What are we gonna go to here? Let's go to man. The next 4 matches are all like
they're big. Everything's a big time.
Kind of big time.
Yeah.
This is a big time show. I'm gonna boom that one. Okay. Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. As of right now, the lone standing women's match on this card. Not a fan of that, but it is what it is. Things happen. So, based on what we've seen so far in this feud, have you enjoyed the builds?
I actually have. I think that Nikki's done pretty well. Yes, Harry, I will say I think Nikki's done pretty well on the mic. But I also think that's because Becky is very good at selling the barbs that Nikki's throwing at her. Just Becky's so good at everything that she does. Everything she touches turns to gold. She's got you forget how good of a heel Becky is sometimes because she's so good at being a face and you want to root for her so much. And then she's like this heel again, and you're like, man, okay, I understand why Becky's a heel now. And I think that it's a great spot for Nikki to be in. I think that this is a really good way to get her into the mix. But I just don't think there's a chance that Nikki Bella wins this title. I mean, it's Becky for the win. I'm excited for Harry's girl to get onto a PLE. Unfortunately, he's going to watch her lose.
He ain't even commenting right now. He's so sad about the fact he can't even pick Nikki Bella. He knows deep down he can't say it. I want to add on to something you said where Becky is so good at taking what Nikki's giving her and making it better. This and the comparison's always going to be there, so I'm not like downplaying. I'm not putting down anybody when I say this, but they're always going to be the comparisons between Becky, Bayley, Mercedes, and Charlotte. They're always going to be there. And the reason I've always rated Becky higher is for this reason right here. Becky is not afraid to be vulnerable. And this is what I've always said about Charlotte and why I think she's kind of not universally loved is because she refuses to get vulnerable. Recently with this Alexa thing, she's been good. I'm not going to say that otherwise. That'd be crazy of me. But she refused to be vulnerable to make the opponent look better. Not better than you, just better. You're supposed to be uplifting your opponent. Chris Jericho talks about this. If I am the heel and I put down the babyface, all of a sudden the babyface looks like a geek and then I'm cooler. It's why the Hurt Syndicate got over in AEW because they just made everyone look like geeks. Who wants to root for the geek? They want to root for the cool people. So Becky's not afraid to look like the geek. Right. And she did it great on Monday. She was so good at it.
Yeah, Bayley's showing a lot of Bayley with that new character and stuff.
Bayley's. I'm not gonna say she's not good at it. She's good at it. I just don't think she's on the level of Becky because it feels like every time Becky's in a feud, we talk about how good she is at making her opponents look the best. Like I can't think of the last Becky Lynch feud that wasn't good.
Yeah, it's true.
At the very least, good.
She brings out the best in all of her opponents.
Yes. So, Yeah, I'm gonna praise Becky. I'm always gonna sneak it in there if I get a chance to. And there's no way in heck I'm taking Nikki Bella. And my girl Amanda brings up the Kelly Osbourne thing. Girl's grieving, but she didn't listen to a word Becky said because she didn't say a damn thing about Ozzy Osbourne that was bad.
She literally just told the truth. She said,
"He's like he's the best thing to come from this city. Your city,
and then
sucks.
he left.
And if I had to live in this city, I'd want to die."
Right. When he came back home, he died. And I'm here and I understand it because I would want to die too.
Like she said nothing bad about the dude.
Yeah.
So it's like I get she's grieving. She probably was just looking for someone to get mad at. I get it to an extent. I ain't mad at her for it. But anybody that took her side is wrong because she didn't say anything bad about Ozzy.
She really didn't. She said nothing bad.
Yeah. Hey Harry, where you at? What's your pick? I want to hear you say it, Harry. I want you to type in Becky Lynch is going to win. I want to see it. He says, could Nikki win so Becky be revealed to be Fakir's opponent? Hey, let's not do that now. Come on now. Who's going to win? Don't do fantasy booking right now. Tell me, who do you got winning, Harry? I got to see you type it out. It's like The Rock booking that. Rock ain't booking nothing. He gone for now. It wasn't that great. I guess that's a fair one. But I also
the first one wasn't that great. But this most recent one was way better.
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to sit here and stall and wait until Harry types in that he's picking Becky Lynch. Everybody else is picking her because we're not stupid. But there we go. He says, fine, Becky wins. Man, that's a wrap. Show's over. Thank you guys for showing up. This has been the highlight of my whole month.
Not only does Harry have to deal with the fact that he picked Becky Lynch, but he also had to deal with the fact that I was trivia champion of the other show last night, which Harry always says that he's the best at trivia. So I have doubly bested him. I feel this is a good day. It's a good day.
People tend to think represented death like this is. I agree to an extent. I think there's limits. And with Becky, again, nothing she said was directed to be negative towards Ozzy. It was all cheap heat on the city.
Right.
Like she wasn't like celebrating his death rate. She was literally just saying like, this city sucks. And I'm going to tell you how much it sucks. And she used a real life recent incident to kind of capitalize on it. He said, you didn't face me, son. Hey, I'll set it up. I'll set up a trivia between the both of y'all. We'll see. Albert, you just let me know what questions you want me to ask. We got a Becky clean sweep. That's not good.
Yeah.
I don't like clean sweeps. That's not going to be good. But yes, what are your hopes for this match? You think it's gonna be good? Do you think it's gonna be okay?
I think this will be I think Becky will get a really good match. As good of a match as Nikki can have out of her. And I'm not saying that to be insulting or anything. Nikki's just also limited with her neck. There's certain things she can't do, certain bumps she can't take. So I'm not saying anything negative. I think there's a certain expectation you're gonna have with a Nikki Bella match. I think that she'll live up to that expectation. I think Becky will definitely get that level of match out of her.
I was going to say she's a little rusty too, but I will point out Trish Stratus was rusty and Becky Lynch got the best match out of Trish Stratus in her entire career.
Yeah, their entire career. Yeah.
Nikki might be she might be having the best match she's ever had in her career on Sunday. That one makes me mad. Why is it on Sunday? Like I was.
Well, you know what though? I think it's because it's Labor Day. So the next day, almost everybody has off. So I think that it's
off on Saturday too. Man, because I'm off Saturday and I work Sunday. That's why I'm really upset about it. Because it worked out perfectly. I was like, oh, I'm off Saturday. Cool. I can watch it middle of the day. Awesome. And then no.
So that's the thing. And I do like the middle of the day Sunday PLEs, but also I do my laundry on Sunday. So when I'm usually at my parents' house, I want to watch my PLE on my nice big television, not on the small little TV that my parents have in their living room. And then listen to it. Then listen to it on the way home before I can sit here and relax and watch the damn thing.
That's that's why I'm like really upset about, because I'm off on, like, I'm usually, sometimes I work Saturday, but I'm off on night, so it never worries me. But I'm off on the day, so it's like it worked out so perfect for me, and it didn't. It didn't, because they switched it up on me. They did
But
an
you know what?
AEW day. What's up with that?
I will give you this. You know what this is the perfect setup for? Get ready for your Sundays to be occupied in the middle of the days anyway by football, right? So it's like, okay,
I can
this is
watch
like
football at work though. It's
okay.
on the TVs behind me. I'm good. They're not playing wrestling on the TVs behind me.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, you
Because
know
I
what?
would not be serving anybody. I'd be like, bye.
You
Did
know
you
what?
just see what? Did you just see what just happened, dude?
You know what? You just make them put it on. Be like, yo, this is good for all the people in here.
I'm gonna talk to them about it. I'm like, y'all can use my login information.
There you go. Boom.
You haven't had a day off in a long time, Ron. That sucks, man. Unless you're just one of the people who just loves working all the time. Then if that's the case, that's awesome for you. But yeah, that sucks not having a day off.
Yeah,
They're needed. They're needed.
I took Friday off. That's actually what we were talking about when I went to Asbury Park. I just took the Friday off. I was like, you know what? I need a nice little day. Nice little day. Relax.
Yeah, they're definitely needed.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna do the blind thing again because I can't pick between these matches. Let's go. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed. We have the old owner of the Ulafala against the Tribal Thief, the current owner of the Shulafala, the Snatcher of Souls, Big Bad Bronson Reed taking on Rinky Dink Roman Reigns. Wish it could be in Hollywood. Who's getting smashed here?
Look, I don't
think Roman says he go smash people. He getting smashed.
I don't think there's a chance that Bronson wins this.
Get this guy out of here.
I think Roman's gonna win. I think Bronson's gonna put up a good fight, but I think Roman's gonna win. I think he's gonna take his shoes back. I think this is the first step on we're gonna try to rehab Roman Reigns and make him look like a big guy, a big star again, kind of a thing, until someone eventually beats him again. And I'm hoping that guy's gonna inevitably be Braun Breaker, not Seth Rollins. So we'll see. But I think that Roman wins.
Okay, so we got lots of Romans here. We got Lou with Roman. We got Harry with Roman. We got Albert with Roman. Ron's holding it down with Bronson. I much appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you like this. I think Bronson Reed wins. I really think Bronson Reed wins because Cody is currently gone. For what reason?
Wait, say that one more time.
Cody's currently gone. Why is he gone?
True.
Because he got hurt and he's filming a movie.
True.
Roman is about to go film that same movie. Bronson destroying him gets him out of here.
Sure, but he doesn't have to lose the match. He doesn't have to win the match to do that.
Don't play that game.
Just saying.
Braun is going to be there to help him, which then sets up Roman to come back after Braun.
Yeah, it could be. That's what I'm saying. But
there's no way I'm gonna take away Bronson's momentum. His promo on Monday was awesome.
No, he was great.
It was real. It was gritty, and it made him seem like he was dangerous. Like, it's not just me. My tribe's dangerous, and you guys got rid of us because you knew that. And now I'm coming back. That was great.
Yeah.
Roman had a really nice clap back. I'm not going to lie.
It was. No, they worked well together. And I think that Bronson's not known for being a promo guy, and I think that was a really good coming out party for him.
He's killing this role. He is killing it. And I think if you really want this guy to be solidified, even if it's with shenanigans, it has to be with shenanigans. You have to protect Roman here. You got to get a win on a PLE. He didn't even get to win that Braun Strowman feud, which was stupid because that didn't even help Braun in the end. So, like, you can't do that again to this guy. He's been killer for you. And it's not just my favoritism or bias here talking. Like, the crowds are reacting. When that man goes up, they're obviously they're saying OTC and they're raising the fingers because they're brainwashed into thinking Roman's the best. But I'm going to tell you like this. When Roman's on that ground and Bronson starts to climb that rope and he hits him with a splash, they're going to say, one more time. Bronson's got to win this. He got to win this. Did he? He didn't win the match, though, did he? He just splashed him a bunch of times, and
Yeah, he
then
just
Seth was
destroyed him.
gone.
Yeah.
They didn't beat him, so he didn't technically win the feud. He just got the better.
Which is, I think, exactly what they're going to do here.
Don't do that again.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Right here, right, Braun, you were completely right. Bronson needs a major win.
I'm not disagreeing.
Or else he's going to be like the
big guy who everybody beats. Look, it's going to look. Here's the thing. There are some guys who can lose every match and not lose their edge. And I think that Bronson's one of those guys. I think that's what they're backing on right now. And it's Roman. Like, no one beats Roman, Like, it's...
Yeah, that has to change. Like here, like Ron says, Roman has to take some losses. That has to change at some point.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he should just lose to everybody.
At some point, but I mean, like, it's what he's had one match since he lost to Cody? Yeah, and Ron, I'm not saying that Bronson doesn't need one, but I don't think it's right this minute. I think he can lose to Roman, still come out looking like a bruiser, and then go on a winning streak afterwards.
Let's see. I'm not seeing anything about this match. So they wrestled at Crown Jewel. Made a power to make expensive rounds where he attacked the Visionary out of nowhere with 6 shattering
tsunamis. I think he hasn't come back to even avenge himself, right? I think they have the one match. I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think Bronson won. If you can give me some proof, send it to me, Harry, because I'm not seeing anything that says that he pinned Seth.
Ron, of course. Yeah, they won a tag match. Yeah, I get that, but and Roman's going to keep coming back and winning, There's just not. I just don't think Bronson's going to win this one. I just don't.
I'm refused to not pick the man. I'm riding with him.
Look, I appreciate you guys doing that, because now at least me and Harry both have a better chance of winning the. Winning the prize. So,
okay. Bonus question: how many tsunamis does Bronson Reed hit on Roman Reigns? Doesn't have to include the match, post match as well. How many tsunamis does Roman Reigns get?
He hit 7 on
wait,
6 on Seth, so I'm gonna say 7 on Roman.
Hold on, I'm not doing that question. I'm gonna ask a different question. I had it. What was it? Frick. It was a better question. Does Roman Reigns kick out of the tsunami?
No.
Okay.
He might get his foot on the ropes, but he's not kicking out.
I like that you guys are picking multiple tsunamis, but that's not the question anymore. We're gonna do kick out. I'm curious if they're gonna ruin the tsunami already.
Wow.
Ron says yes. Lou says yes. Oh my gosh. I'm saying, man, this is a tough one.
I don't think so. Like I said, foot on the ropes, maybe, but I don't think he's kicking out.
I think he's kicking out.
I hope I'm
wrong.
I hope you guys are wrong. I
yes,
really hope
it's
all
the
of you
big
guys
dog.
are wrong.
You're the only one picking no. So that's either really good for you or really bad. Oh man. I better not watch this at work then. I might throw a bottle somewhere if that happens. Yeah, that would not be good. I would legit be mad. All right. Oh, what the heck just happened? I lost my card. That's all right. I remember the matches. So
yeah, we only got a couple more.
Bro, I don't care who he is. OTC, one tribal. I'm not going to say the C word I want to say. I'll say that. He can't even keep a pair of shoes on his feet. How the heck you gonna kick out? How you gonna kick out? You got no shoes on your feet, man. That's so dumb. Oh man, I'm getting myself angry for no reason.
I love it. This is what we like here.
All right. World title match. We have a 4-way. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight versus Jey Uso versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is a Raw heavy show. Man,
yeah,
SmackDown needs to get it together.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that till right now. Okay, send it to the DM. All right, I'll check this real quick because I am very curious about this. And if it's a tag match, Harry, I'm going to be upset with you because we've already discussed this. Tag matches do not count. Where is it? I don't see it.
Everybody is saying Seth Rollins, and I tend to agree with you guys too. I just think it's too early in the title reign to end it. What I will say is
That's right. The War Games match. That was what got Bronson into the War Games because Solo Sikoa helped him.
Oh, okay.
So Bronson did beat Seth. Okay,
Fair enough.
Got me. That's why you're our encyclopedia, man. I don't care. He still needs to beat Roman Reigns.
But I will say this. I really actually liked what they did on Raw this week with this match. I like the build. I like that Seth needed to get himself, needed to get himself involved into, screwing with all these guys. And then he's like, I don't even have to do it myself. And I really, really liked the end where Punk helps Jay up, walks over LA Knight. They get into their thing. Jay gets in the middle. Jay lays LA Knight out. Everybody's like, okay, we're going off. And Jay lays out Punk. I was sitting on my couch watching it, and I just literally said out loud, do it, Jay. Jay, do it. Do it, Jay. Do it. Do it. Yes! When he did it. Because you know what? I like this, that they gave that, Roman gave him the pep talk, said, hey, go out there, do it for yourself. And that's the first step, I think. I really like what they did. Yeah. I like that. I think I like a more confident Jey Uso now. If he's going to be, and I said this, a lot of people were, told me I was wrong online, and I want to go back to find all those old Twitter posts.
Do it.
I should, right?
Sean Ross Sapp dude.
Because I said from the beginning, when Jey Uso wins the world championship, means he's going to be a staple in the world title division. And everybody was like, he's going to win the title, he's going to lose it, and he's going to fade into obscurity. And I was like, nah, he's going to stay in contention. And here we go again.
That'd be silly to think he's not a mainstay at this point.
Because wrestling fans seem to think that they know better than everybody else, and they still, to this point, for some reason, see him as, oh, he's still one half of that tag team, which he was a former world champion. He is in major spots, main eventing major shows every week. There's no way he's not a main eventer. I really, really like this new version of Jey Uso. I like that they're giving him more confidence. I like the way they built this match. I like that it's every man for themselves. I think Seth Rollins wins.
Okay, so first and foremost, Lou, knock it off. That didn't even happen. He sucker kicked him. That man helped him up, and then he kicked him for it. That's some boo-ha. And Roman put Jay over. You talk about how Roman he did get in his ear. And he basically had Jay turn on one of his only friends on the show. For what?
To win the world title?
Roman is terrible.
To win the world title?
Roman is terrible. He is so bad.
Oh,
He's gaslighting Jay again. We've been down this road.
Wait, hold on, Jimmy. The guy who hijacked the entire program to make sure he kept the world championship and kept his entire family there around him is telling somebody else to be selfish to do something. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's him, right? I mean, come on.
This man is selfish. Roman is terrible. He is terrible. Y'all praise, man. Get off that crap. He just hijacked the belt and then took another belt for freaking 3 years. And you trying to no. Just because he lost it, now he's all cool again. No, he's scheming on something. And again, he had Jay turn, just like he tried to get Jay to turn on his brother before, and now he got Jay to turn on one of his best friends. For what? That is so dumb.
To become world champion.
Together, they had a chance of dethroning Seth. Divided, they have no chance. Roman just screwed Jey Uso. That's what he did. He just lessened his chances.
So I guess we're coming. This is the coming out party for Jimmy, the anti-Roman Reigns person. This is his new most hated guy.
He is a punk. He just did that. That was terrible what he just did to Jay. And we all know I don't even like Jay. I don't like Jay, but what he did to Jay was bad. That like someone coming in and talking to my ear, like, hey, kick Albert. Why would I want to kick Albert? He's my guy right over here. Like, that's stupid. That is so dumb.
Hey,
and Jay's so dumb for falling for it. He went through that whole arc to be like, I'm on my own. And then Roman shows up and says, yeah, you the man. This is what you should do. Gaslighting that man. And Jay fell for it. He done took 5 steps back.
kicking me in the face gets you one step closer to being a world champion somewhere, I'd understand.
Bro, we just gonna sit there and double team, beat that dude down, and then we'll figure it out afterwards.
Fair enough.
That's what boys
Just
are supposed
saying.
to do.
I'm
That's what
willing to
boys
forgive
are
and
supposed
forget.
to do. CM Punk saved this man multiple times. Like what? And CM Punk also saved Roman Reigns from getting destroyed by Bronson Reed in War Games, and this is how he repays him. Get out of here, man. Roman's terrible. He is so terrible. No, he don't start that, Lou. He wouldn't kick me. That's nonsense.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Or he's lying. And CM Punk too. Sammy and Cody are Jay's friends, but so is CM Punk. And guess what? Sammy, SmackDown. Cody, SmackDown. Punk's the only one left on Raw.
Yeah.
And then Roman, he just gonna dip for 3 months. So it's like he just had Jay turn on the only dude that's gonna be there for him over the next few months. For what? Man, he is dirty, bro.
Other people
he is
like
so dirty. Jimmy Uso should dethrone Solo. No, Solo shouldn't be getting what, bro. No. They are friends, bro. They go watch hockey together. They are friends, man. And they're probably not no more. He's helped him up. He got kicked in the face for it. Like, yeah, I'm not your friend anymore after that. I hope CM Punk pins Jey Uso to win the title. That's what I think happens.
I don't see Jey Uso as a hockey fan.
He won
no,
Blackhawk jersey. He was
no. I saw.
Punk,
it was cool.
Jackie and Jay having the time of
Yeah,
their life.
no, it was really cool. I don't see Jay as being like. I don't picture Jay being a hockey fan. It's cool. I love hockey, so that's just a cool. It's a cool.
With all that said, yeah, Seth Rollins gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
I just think Roman Reigns is a piece of garbage right now.
I mean, you can say whatever you want.
What a punk. All right, bonus question. Who gets pinned? Because this is what I'm the most interested in.
CM.
This man. Let me guess. After Jay kicks him again.
No. I understand, Harry. I understand.
Oh my God. After I know Albert. Okay, we got Lewis. He's silly. He's silly. He's saying CM Punk's getting the pin, just like Albert. Y'all done lost that point. That was a free point. Y'all took it. And then Ron says LA Knight. I'm going to go ahead and lose my mind if that happens.
I don't think so. I think LA Knight's the one who comes out as the one who looks the best out of all of this. He doesn't get pinned because I think LA Knight's still going to be the guy that's going after Seth after this.
I think Jey Uso takes the pin, and that's what he gets for letting Roman Reigns get in his ear. And hopefully that leads to Jay going to feud with Roman and beating his butt. They can go spear each other or whatever. I don't care anymore. Roman's so dirty. Jay, I'm taking Jay to take the pin. And I think, I don't know, because I want to see LA Knight and CM Punk have a feud.
I would like that.
I think there is a lot of really awesome material there. And again, it's one of those ones where it's not going to just be a bunch of CM Punk, you're a cancer, you should have left this, you should have never left. Like, it's not going to be the same crap that other people have been doing. Like with Gunther. It's going to be something different. I would love LA Knight and CM Punk to feud. But if CM Punk hits Jay with the GTS and then Seth throws Punk out and cleans up, that's an interesting finish as well.
Could be.
I'm taking Jay to take the pin. Not CM Punk. CM Punk ain't taking the pin. Especially, where's this one comment at? If we're getting CM Punk versus Seth inside the Hell in a Cell, which I think is a real possibility, honestly, that's a feud that warrants it. I don't know if CM Punk wants to go in Hell in a Cell again, though.
I don't think we're getting that at all.
I think it's a possibility.
I don't think Punk's the guy anymore. They've had this already. We've done Punk and Seth. People are tired of it.
Seth is still at his butt, and Punk's not going to let it ride. They're still feuding.
He is. I don't know. I don't see it.
That was a fine one too. That was a fine one too.
Yeah, Cena was really good with that too. I mean, he cut a pipe bomb on Punk. That was way more about just. But it was way more than just Punk coming back. That was about Punk before he left. Yeah. You know, I mean,
it was a nostalgia act, and the roles were reversed, and I liked that they reversed the roles of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was interesting. So that's a good call, Ron. But
it's the best thing Cena done during his heel turn.
Drew and Seth, who have made up for about 70% of CM Punk's return, have all said the same crap about Punk. And it's like, okay, guys, let's do something new.
Yeah.
Yes, Jay's taking the pin, which leads us to our final match, which I believe is set to be the main event. I believe it was said to be the main event. That's kind of crazy to me. But it is a match that I'm... man, you're not excited about Logan Paul and John Cena, Albert?
I'm really not.
Man, this guy hates John Cena so much.
I just...
He is such a hater.
All right, you know what? Screw it. I know that we're the Positively Awesome Wrestling Cast. I'm just going to say, I'm not. I think that this whole Cena retirement tour has really been a letdown. I just don't like. I think the heel turn. The only good thing about the heel turn was that literal Punk promo. I think that the turn back to being a babyface was warranted. I'm glad that he is. I'm glad with what they did with Cody. I'm glad that Cody took the title off of him and that, or whatever. But this whole thing just didn't move me. I don't care this much about Cena versus Logan Paul. It just doesn't like it. I don't care that much. It just they had a big chance to actually make me care that John Cena was retiring, and I kind of just don't care.
So I have a theory. I don't know if I've said it to you yet, but I think John Cena's heel run would have been better had we not known he was retiring. I think it would have been received better because it's hard to boo a guy that we know is the last time we're seeing him. But if we don't know that and he's acting like an asshole, we can be like, all right, hey, we can kind of go along with it a little bit. I will agree that the heel run for the most part was a failure. I'm not blaming it on Cena. I think we all know what happened, and he was left with, I don't know. It was hard for him to get people to boo him. One, because he didn't have his heaters anymore. The whole reason he turned heel, he didn't have those anymore. And then we know he's leaving, so it's like I don't want to hate the guy. Because he's a bad guy. John's not a bad guy.
He was.
No, he was not anymore.
now all of a sudden says, I'm sorry.
You even said you're a John Cena hater. So that
yes.
That don't even count, Lou. He's a self-proclaimed John Cena hater. I'm just mentioning it. He's a John Cena hater.
You're now a Roman Reigns hater. I mean, that's.
I'm not. I usually like Roman. I walked out of WrestleMania 39 with the finger up, saying "ha ha," laughing at Cody losing. Anyways,
that's just you don't like Cody.
Anyways,
yeah, exactly. Hey,
Roman is facing Bronson Reed right now, so I should be hating him. That's logical.
I know you.
That's
love your
logical.
Bronson.
How about that, Lou? I don't like LeBron James because he kept the Boston Celtics win championships all them years. I have a legit reason for hating him. I have a legit reason for hating Roman Reigns because he's going up against my boy Bronson Reed. Problem solved. Done. But I think John Cena is
I don't even mind Logan. I just don't think that this match just doesn't move me. It's just not doing me. It's not doing anything for me. Like
That's interesting, but excited. That crowd was really weird.
Yeah, that crowd was weird.
That crowd was the whole. Even on SmackDown, the crowd was being weird. So let's see how I did notice some when he was facing Cena, but again, when you have two of like big names like that, it's just bound to happen. People are gonna boo him, especially this guy over here. But I like John as being the babyface again. I feel like there's
it's better.
It's better, and when
it's better,
his promo on Logan Paul is what I've been missing all year from John, because he went out there and did basically what he's done to the last few people, Austin Theory, and completely eviscerated Logan Paul.
Yeah, he really did.
And I feel like even though Logan Paul, he's in on it, he's part of the show, you can see him kind of getting heated about it. Like, you fucking little, nobody embarrassed. I don't think it's disrespectful that bothered Logan. It was that he was kind of getting embarrassed because John Cena eviscerated that.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what the John Cena run has been missing. Because he could have been doing that to the top baby faces.
Yeah.
And it would have been cool. And it didn't.
Yeah, he just didn't. Yeah. My
right there, Lou, you got it right on the money. You're not supposed to like Logan.
Right.
If you don't like Logan as a real person, I get that too. But man, he delivers. He delivers.
A lot of my barometer about like what I see about pro wrestling is I like to look through the eyes of when Tamara watches with me, and we were watching SmackDown, and I believe the segment before the Logan Paul and John Cena thing was a women's match, which normally she's very much active and watching. I think it was the Charlotte match, if I'm not mistaken. So she was paying attention, but it wasn't fully keeping her attention. The Cena and Logan Paul thing comes on, and she is glued.
It was good.
It was really, really good. Like she's oohing and eyeing and whoa, like, oh, I didn't hear, like, she's not, she doesn't watch all the time. She's not used to hearing like promos like this all the time. And she was like, wow, and I love to see that when you see a casual fan peek up at something, when they're like, oh, this is interesting. That's how you've caught on.
It's no longer background noise.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Logan Paul didn't do bad either. Like he kind of hit Cena with some shots, but Cena got to go.
Oh, he held his own.
He Eminem'd him. Like it was insane. And man, it's why I think that kind of promo is why I think John Cena is the best. I don't think anybody could touch that man in a promo battle. I just think he has it. I think he's going to kill everybody. And yes, that includes CM Punk, Lou. That's how good I think John Cena is with his promos. But he needs that. He needs that edge. He needs to go out there and be told, hey, go embarrass him for real. Because he can do it. I don't care who you are. He could do it.
We've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Time again.
He's
ended careers before the match even happens.
I mean, we've seen him clown on guys like you mentioned CM Punk and The Rock. I mean, these are guys who are, absolute gods on the mic, and he's, he had
The Rock go crying to Brian Gerwitz. He destroyed him so bad. Like, that's crazy. I would have loved to see Cena and Austin go at it. I feel like that's the only person he hasn't really gone at it that I think that would go toe to toe with him.
A lot of people are predicting that Drew McIntyre is going to be.
Drew will be a fun one.
Cena's last opponent.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
What I would love, though, is, the curveball of all curveballs, the swerve of all swerves, and we tease John Cena's last match, and, it's going to be a special opponent. John Cena, and they don't announce who it is, and we hear the glass break.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine? Because the thing is that Austin keeps saying, like, all right, I want to do a match. I'll do another one, but it's got to be the right thing. Imagine they go, hey, Steve, do you want to do Cena's last match?
Saturday Night Main Event. Steve ain't doing it Saturday Night Main Event.
The love of the game, love of the business. You know that they're going to pay him anyway.
Don't have it anymore.
You know they're going to pay him anyway. You know what I mean?
It's the love of the money for that guy, and it has to be at the greatest spectacle. He ain't doing it.
Maybe. I'm just saying. Bro, I'm just saying, how much fun would that be?
I don't think anyone would scream louder than me. I don't see it happening. Just because, like, if this was happening at WrestleMania, I would be like, there's a small chance that could happen, but it's not. So I'm like, yeah. Cena Hogan, man, Cena would have destroyed Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God, yeah.
Hulk Hogan would have just said, "This ain't gonna work for me, brother," and walked out the ring, bro. He would have been so furious.
I'm not saying. I'll be objective here, as objective as I possibly can. Hogan was a really good promo, but he was nowhere near on the level. He was nowhere near on the level as John Cena.
Hogan as a heel, good promo. Hogan as a babyface, ramble like an idiot. Lou, who you got? So you got Cena or Logan Paul? I'm taking Cena. I don't think I can not take Cena.
Yeah, it's Cena.
I think this match is going to be fun, though. It's not.
It's going to be entertaining.
It's going to be a very different Logan Paul match because John can't do the stuff that other opponents have done with Logan. It's going to be different. So I'm curious to see how it goes. And Lou's taking Cena. We're all taking Cena.
There's multiple, places where Cody can come back and return. If this match does main event, we can see Drew come out and attack.
He did a Drake. Hogan pulled a Drake.
That's true.
He said, "You hurt my feelings so bad, I'm suing you." All right, last bonus question. Does Brock show up?
Yeah, Aldis mentions him at SmackDown, right? That seems to be what everybody's thinking. Are they going to fly Brock overseas? What, to interfere or to show up at the end again?
To show up at the end.
Why?
To get the pop from Paris. Give the Paris crowd something to.
Yeah, you know what? But they literally just did that at the last show. I feel like if they're going to do it, there's got to be something for it. So unless it's going to be, I think at most maybe we get he's on the screen saying, "Cena, I'm coming for you at Survivor Series," or whatever they're doing. Is that what's coming up next? I don't know. We're in August, so it's not.
No. They have WrestlePalooza, baby.
WrestlePalooza. Maybe that's it. Yeah, there you go. And Cena Brock makes sense for the first ESPN PLE. I can understand that. Big match. So maybe a promo. I don't think he shows up in person. I just don't. Okay. I don't know why you fly the damn thing, the damn guy all the way out there for that. Like, to me, I just think it's silly.
I think that's silly.
Well, I mean, yes, but I mean, we're not going to go there. They did, so we can't do anything about that, right?
Harry, what about you? You think Brock's showing up? I would like Brock to show up, come out there, and then John Cena whoops his ass. That would be fun. That'd be awesome. Flip the script on Brock. I think WrestlePalooza and then Survivor Series.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Saturday Night Main Event in there somewhere. Harry says no. I don't see the reason for doing it, but I also know that they want to make moments and get some pops, and that crowd is going to go absolutely apeshit when Brock's music hits.
No, you're right.
It's just a feeling. I don't know if you've ever been in the arena when Brock's music hits.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
It's just it's like that growl happens, and it's just like, yep, I'm alive. It's something, but yeah.
I was there for the OG Brock run.
Okay.
And it just even back then, like Survivor Series when he lost the title of Big Show, just dude's got that aura. I mean, Survivor Series 02, crazy, like he's not even what? He's maybe a year in, maybe not even that yet at that point. Just you hear that and immediately you're on your feet. Like,
Okay, we'll answer this question from Ron. How do you feel about MFTs versus Wyatt 6 rumors? I'm not mad at it because it's something new for both of them. Good. Yes. Good. I want to see new, fresh feuds. And Solo's been a little prick to his family, so it fits.
Makes sense, right?
It does make sense. That's a good feud. Like
they've been the fodder for a lot of what Solo's been. They've just been taking the heat for it. So let's give them hey, let's get you guys a tag team title shot. That's what I'm here for. You're my family. We all should run this show. It makes sense.
So did you see that at Mania, Ron? And it's a feud that I don't know who wins. I literally couldn't call it. That's a good feud. Like, for people that say they want fresh new things, and you like, I better not see anybody complain about this because this is as fresh as it gets. None of them have ever wrestled any of them.
Yeah, and what I do love about the Wyatt Six holding the tag titles, there's a sense that they can lose them at any point, and I think that's a good thing because I think it's very predictable all the time. Like I was the only person that picked them to win the ladder match, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's always predicting that they're going to end up losing, and I think that's a great thing for the Wyatt Six to be in that position because they're tag champions and they're the underdogs every time, and I think that's a really cool position for them to be in, which is why I think they're going to keep the titles for a little bit longer. Like
Harry thinks Mello don't Miz are going to take them.
There's a good chance.
That's I like their dynamic.
I also need look. Let's be honest. I think we've been talking about the tag division being a little lackluster. This is where I think that we do need a draft because I think that Raw needs some of these SmackDown tag teams to come over and inject some new blood into that, into this Raw tag division.
I think one show just needs to have the tag division.
then if that's going to be the case, it should be Raw because they have more time.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree there. I think one should focus on the tag division and one should focus on the women's mid card division, and they should get rid of one of the women's mid cards. That's what I think, because you're having Julia not really doing anything with her title. And then when Chelsea had the title and Lyra had it, Lyra really wasn't doing much with it until Becky showed up, and Chelsea was the one getting the airtime. So it's like they clearly have a problem, and it's not. I don't blame them. Booking these shows is not easy, especially when you have so much talent. You have to find balance.
Yeah.
And when you have too many titles, it creates a problem. So that's what I think. I think you should make specific brands, titles for brands, and not even just titles, just divisions. Like this division is for this division is for this. Ron, you were at Mania. Man, I wish we would have known that. Like, I wish we would have been cool back then. We could have met up because that's where I was at that one too. I'll tell you the best Brock pop I ever had was at SummerSlam, the Roman match when he brought the backhoe and lifted the ring.
Oh yeah,
God,
yeah.
That was the best last minute decision we've ever made.
Yeah, I gotta say that's
like
a good one.
$32 too. Like it was just like the greatest last minute idea we ever had. Give me New Day versus Motor City Machine Gun.
Hell yeah. Give me Motor City Machine Gun versus everybody
on one freaking show, man. But okay, that's the show. I was gonna try and get some all in talk, but not all in talk, Forbidden Door, but I'm probably the only one who watched it, and you didn't miss anything if you did. I think it was. I don't mean to sound like a hater, but I think it was AEW's weakest pay-per-view they've done.
A lot of people have been saying that, and
it sucks.
It does, and I did want to watch it because literally I've said, and if the AEW is going to invest in Hangman versus MJF, my two favorite guys in AEW, I'm going to watch. And to be honest, I just the build didn't move me.
I'm gonna tell you what bothered me about that, because I'm all for them. I think they're a great pairing to have feuds with. First off, you had MJF tried to bait Hangman into accepting a match without using his cash in, but then it flipped, and Hangman he pulled a fast one on MJF, and it's like that was cool because the babyface doesn't usually do that to the heel. It was like that's refreshing, that's cool, I like that. And then the very next week they erased it. Right. MJF, I'm gonna set this guy on fire, and nobody comes to help him.
Right.
Then they come to help Ricochet when Hangman goes in the game. So it's like, what's going on here? That whole thing is, I don't like that vibe. And then the whole point of it was like, you can get disqualified, I can take your title. You can get counted out, I can take your title. And MJF didn't really play to the count out, which I think you should have if you're trying to incorporate those stipulations.
Right.
And then Hangman hits the dead eye through a table to the outside and is not disqualified.
Right.
Like, why go through the extra lengths of doing these things if you're not gonna?
I'm sorry, I don't like to call these things out, but that horrible referee job with the foot on the ropes too, like that is just like that stuff that you like just looks terrible.
I don't think that ref's very good, and I'm not even gonna include him in it because he has nothing to do with what MJF and Hangman did. The match itself was really good. I think the stipulations just hurt it.
Right.
And it's just like sometimes I feel like someone needs to tell MJF to like take a step back, man. We don't have to do everything.
And it's not just him. I think it's AEW as a whole. I think that somebody needs to just take them all and go, hey, it doesn't have to be all or nothing every single time. You can build up to it to get it to be really, really big. It doesn't have to be really big immediately for every single one. I feel like that's something that AEW does a little bit too much.
Yeah, Ron, I respect AEW wholeheartedly. I truly do. And you don't think it should be DQ. And normally, maybe I'd agree. But again, because they made such a focal point on you can't get disqualified, Hangman, you can't do the count out, Hangman, those things are now under a microscope. They're more heavily they're part of the story of the match. Had they not done that stipulation and he did it, there's no disqualifications. Who cares? Ride it out, baby. But because they put it in play, now I'm looking at it.
And Ron,
that was the problem.
I'm gonna make an argument against it. Hangman's not doing the dead eye to the floor if there's not a table there. He did it specifically to put MJF through that table. Well, if it was a consequential thing where, hey, a table is set up and Hangman's gonna go to do a move and the table happens to be there, maybe I get it. No, he specifically, the table was there, saw the table was there, specifically set up a move he would never do to the floor unless there was a table there. That's specifically doing it so we can put him through a table. That's a disqualification.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. It's not that they did it. It's just the circumstances surrounding it. And then for the rest of the show, you're right. I did. I can't help it. I like talking wrestling with you guys. I just do. It's literally one of my favorite things to do during the week. But hey, Kyle Fletcher is amazing. He had the best match of the show. I think what they've done with him has been fantastic. They have a monster in this kid.
It's unbelievable that, his tag team partner gets hurt not once but twice, and he just goes on the run of a damn century, right? Like,
he's fantastic.
It doesn't happen too often, and I think he finally cut that damn goofy haircut, and I think that everybody started taking him a little bit more seriously.
He takes himself seriously,
and I was going to say, and
that's a big thing.
And you know what I like about Kyle Fletcher? Kyle Fletcher does not wrestle like everybody else in AEW, where he rows at 100 miles an hour. He hits moves. He takes time. He lets them sink in. He's different than almost everybody else. I like.
It's why I said I think he could be a main eventer in WWE.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he has it. He has the look. He has the total. He's the total package. He could be really awesome. He's not going anywhere, and that's fine. He's a staple in AEW. They need that, and he's going to do fantastic.
We're not saying we want him to.
I could give him. I think he can main event both sides. Right.
Yeah, we're not sitting there saying that's something we want him to do or we think he's going to. We're just saying yes, he could.
And I'll tell you my issue with this one, Ron. He says he likes the reunited Cope and Christian. The reunion of Cope and Christian, and they're facing Luchasaurus and Kip Sabian. And I mean, no disrespect to those two, because Kip's cool. I've always been a Luchasaurus guy, but really,
yeah. I mean, now at least they're going after FTR.
But that's the first match Cope and Christian had back.
Yeah, I agree.
That's silly to me. But I'll go out on a high note.
I get it because of it's how they had to get them together. They had to have Christian. The patriarch.
FTR is the one that took Edge out, so it's like
I know.
And then they just had FTR in that match so that the Hurt Syndicate didn't take a pin. Just put FTR versus Cope and Christian on the show and have Bobby Lashley do business. I don't know. But I'm just nitpicking it there. I'll end on a good note though. I thought the cage match was phenomenal. It was very, very, very fun.
So I didn't see it, but I did think it was silly that they injured Will Ospreay and that no one just thought to climb over the cage when everybody else climbed over the cage.
So I watched it, and I saw I think it was Wheeler and Claudio, and they both had chairs.
So I saw that too. Yeah.
So you try to climb that cage, they're going to smash your fingers with the chairs. I'll pass. Will's cool, but I'll pass. That's post match. I'm just sticking to the regular match. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool spots.
What I will say also, to just really quick, just to go back to Cope and Christian, what I do like is that Christian has not changed who he is. He is still the same guy. He cut the exact same heel promo, but he cut it about FTR. And I think that's one of the best things so that AEW and so WWE can take a lesson from AEW in is when somebody is really over doing something as a heel, don't make them stop doing it when they're a babyface.
So we talked about this with LA Knight, remember? How they were making him heel, and I'm like, don't even change him. Just have him do the shtick against the bad guys, and he's over. And they did it, and it worked. So, Dax is a little bit crazy. I like this podcast though. I tried to become like I wanted to be their person that like did articles on it. I really liked his podcast. I thought it was very insightful.
No, he's very smart about it. I think that a lot of people see the way that he is and they think that maybe he's like a little bit of a suck up to somebody, but also most people are like that at their jobs when they like their bosses. Like, like if someone said anything about my current boss
before.
Right. But if somebody said anything negative about my current boss, I would go to war for her because she's the best boss I've ever had. And that's the thing is that when you feel appreciated, and I believe that Dax and Cash do absolutely feel appreciated in AEW. I mean, let's face it. The instance where that a lot of people were getting on him about was that Jake Hager was saying that they didn't show up to a show, and he's like, the last thing in the world we would ever do is not show up to a show, which is how I knew Jake Hager was full of shit, because there was no way that FTR weren't showing up to a show. All they do is praise Tony Khan. They're not, you know what I mean? Like they're not doing that.
I can see suck up.
I'm not. And all my bosses that I've ever had will tell me that I'm not. But But I will stick up for anybody that I work with, no matter what. Even if I hate them, no one's going to come after. You know what I mean? And
that's why he's not going to kick me, Lou.
Exactly.
Told you. I'll end again. I want to end it on how I know. I'll talk about some of my favorite spots. Tanahashi tried to climb up to the top of the cage, and they had to stop him. That was a funny little spot. Ibushi, who I do not like this. I don't like him. It's just not for me.
Okay.
Talented, just like the Bucks. Talented. There's something. I don't like it. But when he full speed just ran into that cage door to try to break in, that was something different besides trying to climb it. That was cool. I liked that. Darby just deciding to take Gabe Kidd with him to the floor. Really cool. Moxley has that spark back to him. I've always been a Moxley defender, but during the Death Riders thing, it was a little harder to defend the guy.
Right.
I feel like the spark is back.
Look, there's a very big difference between 6 months ago Moxley and right now Moxley. And people are like, he's the wrestler of the year. He's not the best wrestler this year in his own company. He had a horrible first half of the year. He has come on strong in the second half, and I'm not going to deny that. But you can't. A good half of the year doesn't cancel out the first bad half of the year.
Yeah.
And Ron, I don't really hate anybody. There are people that I do dislike, and Jake Hager happens to be one of those people that I very much do dislike. And there's not many wrestlers you're going to hear me talk negative about. He is one of them, and I will continually do it because I believe that he's a liar, and I also do believe that he is his own biggest fan. He sees his own hype that no one else sees, and he can't get it. I'm sorry.
It's.
And I don't like to talk negative about people, but he consistently puts his mouth out there to say things, and it makes him sound like an idiot. Like don't mention names if you don't know who they are. And and I also don't like people, and this is not even just everybody knows, and I've been the person who has been getting how weird is it? I've been defending the Bellas lately. I don't even like the Bellas. I've been defending Tony Khan lately, and how have I've not done anything but talk negatively about Tony Khan for the past 2 years that we've been doing shows together. I just think that that interview, he's like, oh man, Tony came in and he started yelling at everybody. Oh, you mean the boss came in and acted like a boss, and you're mad at the guy? Come on, we're
mad if he doesn't act like a boss. We're mad if he does act like a boss. Yeah,
thank you. It's stupid. Right? You can't sit there and tell me, hey, Tony sucks. He didn't. If you would have stopped everything with Hangman, then great. So you wanted him to be a boss. Now it's like, Tony wants to act like a boss. Now, yes, that's what happens. Yeah. Look, I give all the praise in the world for the past year. I would say Tony has laid off talking negatively about WWE. He's concentrated on his own product, and I think AEW and the wrestling world has been better for it. But then when you have a guy that comes in here and is intentionally trying to be a shit stirrer and immediately saying, oh, I won't, in every interview I do, I have to make sure that I say fuck Tony Khan. No, dude, you've got
that's such a childish thing.
Right. You're being and to me, you've lost all credibility for that.
Yeah.
That
was such a childish. I think Jack was.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to get some brownie points with the AEW haters. I think that's
absolutely.
What he was fishing for in this interview.
And he got it. And then you know what? You know what I did in turn? Turned my back on all of them and said, hey, you guys hate this when AEW people do the exact same thing to you guys. You're doing the same thing. You're supporting a guy who you don't even like, who did this exact same thing when he left WWE.
Hey, Harry, you think he should stay off social media? He has.
He really mostly has, yeah.
He has. All he does is promote his show, which is what he should be doing. So, but I want to bring this up too, and then the show will be over after this. I promise. The Young Bucks.
What a spot.
The Young Bucks, man. Can't believe I'm about to say this shit. The Young Bucks are entertaining. I enjoy what they're doing right now. They were I dare say, the MVPs of the cage match. The jobber match they had against jobbers, in which they were acting buffoons and tripping over ropes and falling and hurting themselves. They're playing the role great. They're really good at not taking themselves seriously, which works for them.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm saying that. I like what the Young Bucks are doing right now.
I know.
And just like that, show's over, everybody. Don't you dare tell anybody I said it.
Somebody wrote a comment. They said the Young Bucks are ... good now? ? And I was like, damn. Like, hey, but you know what? Kudos to them. And this is I just want to point this out too. You want to hear a testament to
Rod and Todd,
to real wrestling fans like Jimmy and I? This is where I think that people can take a little bit, and I'm not trying to,
I am
give a little Barry Horowitz pat on the back to both of us.
On a pedestal, baby.
But we have consistently, since we've started doing shows together, have had almost nothing positive to say about the Young Bucks. They've changed what they've done. They've become different. And you know what happened? Our perception of them changed, and we were able to change our opinion on them. There are a lot of people, CM Punk, that people will make a judgment about and then hate for the rest of their careers and won't be able to even admit when they do good work.
Fixated.
Yes.
Yeah, they get stuck, like they've been concreted into this ideology. And I've flip-flop on the Bucks, I feel like, over the last year, because I was one of the people that actually liked the EVP thing when it started. I thought that their entrance at All In, was it? Where they came in as the Founding Fathers? That was brilliant shit.
Yeah, very, very cool.
I still will tell you that their style of wrestling isn't my cup of tea.
Same here.
But I'm going to give them credit where credit is due, and I've always been that way. I'm very vocal when I think something isn't good. I'm even more vocal when I like it. That's how I've been. But I've shown time and time again that I will flip my opinion on something when they show me something. Dominic Mysterio is another classic example. I said the kid needed to be put down in NXT, and just I don't know if he's going to make it.
Blue said it right before you said it.
Literally a god to me.
Yeah. Look,
yeah, right there, Lou remembers. Like I did, but again, I feel like I'm a fair fan. Like, prove me wrong. I say it all the time. Prove me wrong,
please. In a world, and look, in a world full of toxic wrestling
Gabe
fans,
Kidd is not signed to AEW.
But in a world full of toxic wrestling fans, be more like Jimmy and Albert.
No. Yes, put me on a pedestal. I don't care. I am tooting my own horn.
Oh no, we should. We should. We're great. Yeah. Barry Horowitz, pats on the back.
Champa, Barry Horowitz, whatever one is your cup of tea. That's what we're doing here. But thank you guys. That's the show. We rambled, but it was fun. That's why we're here. We like to talk wrestling. We'll be back next week. And when we do come back next week, the topic will be based on whoever did better. That's what we're doing. So with that said, if there's a tiebreaker, I'll come up with a question for Raw or something, just so we know. But thank you, Courtney, much appreciated. Thank you for joining as always, and thank you to Ron, Harry, and Lou as well. You guys make the show happen. Like if you guys weren't there, I don't think we'd be having as much fun. So it's greatly appreciated, and we'll be back next week, everybody. Oh, and sorry, Ron, there was no Friday Night Show review because some real life crap happened and came up, and it's just on another hiatus. We're trying to make it happen, but it's just a really rough time. So we're going to get back to it, but that's why it wasn't last week. It won't be back this week. So, yeah. Positively Awesome Wrestling will be back next week, though, and that will be the show. So thank you all, and good night.